December 1st, historic day for Double Toasted. First day on Twitch.
It is.
It is. First day here. Going pretty well so far. But, you know, also, December 1st is very close to getting to Christmas. Time for family. Time for buying a bunch of shit that you can't afford for people you probably don't even like. He says, you got it right for people I don't like. I just feel obligated to give you shit because you fix things for me. But it's also time to do the thing that I kind of dread the most. Be reminded of our friend Black Pete out there. Getting blacker every year. Brought up earlier. One of my favorite movies of the year is DTMerch.com. Fuck you!
It wasn't that good.
That shit was so convoluted.
But you didn't see it coming. Yeah, get the hell.
Because we expect better of you.
No, you don't. You didn't see it coming. I still got you. I got it. I'm set up. I'm gonna throw this classic black truth white logo at you. If you keep messing. Don't let me hit you with those heathers over there. Let me slide these slides up your ass. Along with everything else that we have. You're new to Double Toasted on Twitch, then you're probably new to DTMerch.com. Get in there and represent. Thank you, Alec. Alec said that was awesome. You caught me off guard. Thank you, Alec. You have Black Pete that pops up every now and then, and not every now and then. It's like every year.
Yeah.
Way too goddamn
he's a
much
Christmas guy.
for Christmas. But over in Belgium, they got a little festival that happens in August, and at that time, now if y'all thought Black Pete was bad, and Black Pete is actually cool compared to what we're about to show you right now. Over in Belgium, every August for this festival, that's when they bring out Black Pete's friend, the Savage. that is something that they do every year. And they are proud of this shit. The Savage comes out, and this is for a festival every August where it's called the Ducas de Ath, I believe. And while we over here in the States, you know, we've come to terms and recognize that blackface in certain ways is offensive, is very hurtful, and we chose not to do it. Over in Belgium, they said, F it. This is what we do. This is our heritage. We bring out at this festival, we bring out the Savage, and he comes out with chains on his wrist and on his ankles. He comes out talking a bunch of gibberish, bouncing around, scaring kids and shit. Even the kids, even that little kid is like, y'all know this shit is wrong. Look at this kid. He comes around and rubs black makeup on people. Because over here, where we don't like black face, over there they said, we got black body.
Yeah.
They do full body paint with blackness over there.
And that's not just simple blackface. That is black. That's blue black.
That's black ass face.
That's like tar.
He just bounces around, just making noises like an animal. Now, you know, like I said, with Black Pete, at least, the thing you say about Black Pete, at least they give him decent clothes. You know, at least they make him look kind of modern. At least he tries to have the appearance of civility. Yeah. You know, this, and they give him a name. It's a f***ed up name, but they give him, at least they call him Pete. This dude is the Savage. Ain't nothing human about him. This is what they used to call Africans. I'm sure some people do. You heard in Black Panther. That was their name for people over in Africa because they weren't really human. You know, they don't have the same intelligence as everybody else around the world. They are savages over there. They're talking code for that over here. You know, every now and then between thug and gang member, you know, they'll throw savage in there. But they'll say it in a way that's not meant to be seen as a title. They'll just say, oh, that act was so savage what they did. You ain't fooling nobody with that shit. I read the CNN article, and don't think that I'm not like, because some of y'all are saying, oh, of course you read this on liberal ass CNN, of course you would. They're like, no, CNN has actually done some stories that have actually infuriated me. I mean, seriously, I don't care to name one in particular right now. But it's not just CNN where you can see this. This is something that a lot of people are talking about. A lot of news stories around the world, a lot of publications are saying this is truly fucked up. What's going on? This whole thing with this festival and the character of the Savage. I don't know why I did this. I decided to click on the comment section.
Oh my God! No. Don't. Oh.
And you know what?
I never do that, and I did that over a story over the weekend, and I was like, okay, never again.
Yeah.
I had to. I'm glad I did. And I'm glad I did because the whole time, the Savage, for a lot of people, even over here in America, the Savage, you know, that's their version of our Confederate statues. Okay. You know, it's something that no one wants to get rid of because it's tradition and it's heritage. You got to jump in and say something because it was all full of the same thing. Leave it alone. It's tradition. Stop trying to change people's history. Stop trying to push America's ideals on other countries. Let them do what they do. Then it was followed by the usual. It was followed by, this is not racism. This is these people's background. This is their history. Stop complaining. You're so sensitive. Oh, this world, we're so triggered. And the worst of them all, my personal favorite to get me pissed off, get over it. And if I ever said this, I don't ever do it anymore. I don't ever enter even an argument with get over it. That's the most foul thing you could say because it just means that you were too ignorant to even hear somebody else's point.
For me, it's when somebody makes a statement, goes end of story. I'm like, it's not end of story just because you write that.
No, the beat goes on, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, this is why you were wrong. And I wrote a whole long manifesto. And I swear to God, people after that's when you got more people coming in saying, Jesus, you're right.
Wow, that's amazing. Right, you got somebody to say that.
Yeah, some people came in, you know, you're exactly right. Yeah, these guys up there. You know, we were kind of just letting them troll and letting them do what they want to do, but somebody need to come in here and say something. Somebody had to make sense out of this somehow. I think I saw your comment in there somewhere. I think you told me get over it.
I've heard about it. Yeah, you know. I have to wrote that.
Hey, Corey, it's Chris Herman. Get over it.
It's because you wouldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. I feel like I'm saying the obvious, but obviously it's not the obvious because it exists. Because our whole country is doing it. Our whole country. 11.4, 11.8 million people are doing this shit and saying, what? What's wrong? Oh, it's just what we do. It's not racist. Meanwhile, you know.
Well, it sounds like a country that doesn't have a lot of black people or people of color at all.
But you live in 2019.
Oh, I know. No, I'm just saying this is how this comes about and sustains itself. Because there's not enough people, you know, who are there to voice their opinion or to matter to them.
Yeah.
For them to, like, go, oh, geez.
Yeah, because they love this.
That's kind of bad, isn't it?
They love good old Savage over there. They sacrifice babies to him. You know, they kiss my baby. Put black shit on his head, you know. I mean, they love this. People go out there with smudges, and it's almost an honor to have the Savage get a little stain on you, man. This is all right. I don't know what more to tell you. And let me tell you why this does not count as, oh, that's just their tradition. This does not work like that because I can tell you, while it's, your tradition in your little part of the world, everyone else around the world, especially people of color, they are angered and hurt by this.
Yeah. Just because it's your tradition doesn't mean it's not racist. That's the thing. It's like, no, you can, that is your tradition, but it's definitely racist.
A long time doesn't mean that you get a pass. A long time doesn't erase racism when something's racist. A long time doesn't count as tradition that gives you a pass.
Yep.
That's fucked up, man. And you know, funny because we talk about this every year with Black Pete. Because I was over in Amsterdam, and I don't care if you can call me an ugly American or somebody just not with the culture, but I went to a store and I saw this shit and I said loudly, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, and listen. Black people over there said, "Man, I've been wanting to say that for years."
But I live here.
I've been wanting to walk in this store and say, "What the fuck?" And it fucked you. And I was like, and seriously, people looking at me like, oh, that's just part of our heritage, what we do. Well, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, heritage does not mean that it gets good over time. If its roots are in something like
or just makes it
colonialism.
okay.
Well, then things that are heritage or tradition can be changed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, a tradition doesn't mean anything unless you make it yourself.
Or you can end a tradition.
Yeah.
To realize like what it actually is and how it's affecting other people.
Oh, you think because it's old, you know, all of a sudden we can't touch it now. Like your racism has been grandfathered in. You know, hey, well, this has been here a while, man. What can we do? He ain't going nowhere. First of all, let me just explain the basics here of why this is fucked up. And I feel like, wow, really? This seems like this is so plain and simple. But this is a gross, ugly caricature of a group of people. And it's meant to target people and mock them.
Yeah.
It's meant to mock them. It's meant to mock them to the point where you justify your racism, your superiority, and you want to control people to make them feel inferior with that image. That's exactly what it is. You know what? And and the same thing for fucking Black Pete and his bitches too. You know, this is the same shit that they're doing. Where they just because you put him in a nice outfit and put a nice hat on him, that doesn't mean that that's any less fucked up either. Why? How come he just can't be Pete? Why got to be Black Pete? Well, shit, he's black.
There's already a white Pete.
Yeah. You know, how come Father Christmas can't be White Father or something like that?
Wait, how did he get to be Pete? I've always known it as Peter.
I think I always saw. Maybe we got it wrong, but I saw it as Black Pete.
Okay, I always, knew him for years as Black Peter.
Pete, Peter, Petey. All of y'all are messed up. All of y'all fucked up. But let me, if that's not okay. So if you don't get that, because all people say, Jesus, man, it's just meant for fun. It's lighthearted. It ain't hurting nobody. I mean, you know how you are. You know that you're not that, and just let us have our fun. Okay, motherfucker, let me reverse this on you. Let's start a new tradition. See how you feel about this, Chris. Okay. I got a new tradition. Martin, TJ, we're going to start a new tradition, man. Because what you have here is imbalance. So with this festival, if it's such a big deal, then why do you have these people being sidekicks, Black Pete being sidekicks and, being pretty much a court jester? Same thing with the Savage. Why does he have to go around in chains and act like a monkey and an animal? While the white people walk around in extravagant robes with their dignity intact, looking beautiful. Let's flip this around. Let's start a new tradition where, Martin, you and I and all the other Black people, we're going to dress in our nicest outfits. We're going to hold our heads up high. We're going to be beautiful marching down the road. Chris, let's pull you up and make you a slack-jawed simpleton and have you just walk up beside her. But when
wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't. You wouldn't like that?
I don't think so.
You don't like that?
No.
Really?
No.
It's just a joke.
Not really.
Are you sure?
I don't think it's that funny.
Oh, man, it's fun. I can't wait. Let us reverse the roles like that. I can't wait to hear the cries of reverse racism.
Yeah.
So, actually, Martin's gonna kick that old the Savage. Martin's like, hey, you know what? I see the humor now.
The Savage is based on a caricature of African natives. Chris going, what is that based on?
You know what that's based on? That's based on being a fucking simpleton meant to be comedy relief, while everybody else, because that's what they're doing. It's the same shit. No, it's the same. Don't tell me it's not different, because that's what that is. It's an animal. It's a simple-minded animal.
You want to have him dressed as a court jester or something?
No, I want him to be in overalls, and I want his hair to be all crazy, and I want him to go because that's what the fucking Savage does. The Savage goes up to kids like, so. No, it's the same goddamn thing. You can dress it the way you want to. It's still a fucking idiot running around. I'm trying to amuse people while everybody else acts like they got some goddamn sense. No.
I think Dagris in the chat put it perfectly. Tradition is just peer pressure from dead people.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you for that, Dagris. That was amazing.
Wow. I want to post that. I'll put it on a shirt.
Jesus, can't say it better myself. Wow.
That is prophetic.
Yeah, heritage is the cheapest excuse to keep terrible cultural practices. It is regressive in a way that prevents us from seeing the horrible histories. It is a way to propagate horrific cultural stereotypes that should be left buried in our present day. And you know something? You hit it right there. I actually said it in my notes here. I said it's propaganda to perpetuate that group as ignorant, dangerous, so it can justify people's racism and make them feel superior.
Sure. As long as you paint people as other, then it's okay to dehumanize them and make them something else or make them less than.
And literally paint. Yeah. Literally paint them.
Let's quit the bullshit. The problem is people of all types with anything, from innocent things to some of the worst things. People are so ingrained in what is tradition. Mm-hmm. Some people, what it comes down to is like we just don't like change. None of us really, and that goes for everybody, but some of us don't like change, from a simple, I haven't, like me, I didn't used to drink beer. Now look at me.
Oh man, I got to acknowledge you as a person now. Well, shit, I had so much fun not doing that.
And that's too hard.
It's too hard, yeah.
Even when tradition.
You love killing my good time. Buzzkill.
Yeah. Man, some people might simply try a new shirt and be like, wow, it's really not my style, but I don't know about this. But some people don't want to change because they still want to actually feel like they're better than others. Mm-hmm. And that's where it comes down to. We like change, and some people just don't want to do something that breaks the norm for them, even if it's hurtful to others. Get your shit together, Belgium. I mean, I'm asking in a very nice way. Yeah. I'm pleading with you. I'm trying to appeal to your senses. That shit hurts people. It angers people. It makes people feel uncomfortable. And I'm saying this like you don't know what you're doing. You know good and goddamn well what you're doing over there. And sure as hell don't bring that shit over here. Keep that. If you're gonna do it, keep it right over there. It makes me there's some places I want to go all around the world to see. I scratch Belgium off that bitch. Mm-hmm. I do not need to go over there.
Go to France. You'll be fine.
Yeah, at least I ain't got a goddamn man in blackface to
Introducing a new mime today, guys.
But it's not too late to bring it. Start new traditions.